Welcome back to another vlog. So today is Monday after work, and as per usual we're just going to be following along everything I'm knitting on, working on, anything like that. Also through this video, please don't mind I'm missing a fingernail. I really hurt this nail at the weekend, so she is not going to have anything on it for a little while. But let me show you my current whips so that you kind of know where we're picking up from. So if you caught the podcast, you might have seen me working on this. I have been working on a new summer top design, but the original one that I started I'm frogging, and basically it's just a bit too big and the shape is just kind of off. So this is how far I got with the initial one. This was the front, it was going to be like a boat neck, and then the back's going to have this big like cutout with kind of like a twist in it. So this is kind of where I was at, but it's just too wide and it's just a bit like, I really wanted this to be kind of like a bit tighter. I've also decided to go with a different neckline. We're not going to do a boat neck, I'm just going to do like a kind of like a crew neck. I feel like the second sample, which I'll show you in a second, the necks might still be a little bit wide, but the other thing that I'm thinking of changing is that this has like an I-cord border, and I think on the next version I'm gonna do double knit. I think it would just look a little bit cleaner and maybe lie a little bit flatter, because obviously with I-cord you do kind of get like, I don't know, like a piping kind of effect. So this is really not going to look like anything as of right now because it is in a bit of a weird position. But let me show you the second sample. So this is the front. So as you can see, it is definitely quite a bit like smaller on the top. Let me see if I can hold this in place. So I'm trying to tell like where the shoulder seams are. Yeah, it kind of will sit around here. And then, like I said, obviously I'm anticipating that this is going to have a double knit border neckline type thing. It's obviously stockinette, so it is like curling a little bit, but the front is at the correct length before I need to connect in the round under the arms. And today I have literally just picked up on one shoulder and I'm starting to knit the like back opening. So the one thing about this that I'm keeping exactly the same is the back opening. I did want it to be quite big, and when I tried this one on, it still is bra friendly. Like it's not low enough at the back that you can see anything. It's kind of like just more of like a, I guess like a long oval. So this is really my main whip. I'm hoping that if I can hopefully knit quite a lot on this tonight, definitely finish this side, maybe get as far as I can on the other back shoulder section, then I can pick up for a neckline and see if this is going to be too big still, because my concern is that because this isn't going to have like a ribbed neckline, it's going to have either an I-cord or double knit. I didn't want to make it too tight that you couldn't fit it over your head, and obviously where it's going to have the twist in the back, I'm not sure how that's going to affect like the stretch and the tension. So this is really my main whip that I'll be working on. But the other thing that I do have on the go is my second blouse number one. So I've pretty much, well, yeah, I have finished the body, I've cast off. This is, I didn't even tell you about the yarn. This is in Drops Bell and this is in Drops Brushed Alpaca Silk, and I literally just have the sleeves, but I really want to make as much progress on the top as possible. I'm only going to get to that once I've finished this most likely, so I'll just take you along this week, and obviously as I'm making decisions regarding this design, I'll just take you along with me. We can see how far we get with it. It's now Tuesday and I feel like I've made good progress. So last night, I think, I can't remember where this was when I showed you last night. I've knitted up both the back portions. This is like where they're gonna connect. So this is the front, this is the back. Finished the back off today and I've connected in the round. So basically my next step is going to be, I need to gauge swatch for the edges, because like I said, I don't think I'm going to do I-cord. I think I'm going to try double knit. So I need to do a double knit gauge swatch to see how many stitches to pick up basically, and then I'm gonna focus on like the trims first before I keep going in the round, because I feel like I need that sorted before I actually commit to knitting like the whole body. But yeah, it's definitely worked out quicker than the first sample, obviously because it is smaller anyway, so that it's less stitches. But this, yeah, this is like the back kind of portion, and then this is the front. So yeah, I'm literally just going to try and figure out these trims. Might go back to I-cord if the double knit doesn't work, but I'm not 100% sure yet. The weather's also disgusting. That's like the wind blowing the bins around. So yeah, I'm gonna knit and then I'll show you where I get to. I do apologise about this lighting and angle situation, but I honestly can't be bothered to get up and set the ring light on and everything. Anyway, I have basically changed my mind again, decided to go back to the I-cord. I felt like I couldn't get the double knit as like tight and I don't know, as crisp as I wanted it. So went in with an I-cord. I feel like this front bit on the front neck keeps just like flopping down, but I'm hoping with blocking that this is going to stay up a little bit better. So yeah, did the one around the neck and then did the one around the back, and she's definitely in need of a block, but I think it's looking okay so far. So this is the twist. The twist did give me some trouble. I am honestly debating at some point maybe going back and ripping this out and just potentially doing it a little bit differently. I'm thinking what I'll probably do is do the I-cord on the armholes tomorrow, because it is nearly bedtime. Yeah, so basically just knitting the round on the body for a bit, do the I-cord on the armholes, and then retry on. And then I don't know whether I'm going to actually mid-block just to try and like level this out a little bit, because I do definitely feel like it's in need of a block. There's just quite a lot of shaping. Like there's obviously, this is all shaped by increases and decreases. The same on the front neck, around the armholes. It's got short rows in the shoulder section. It's got this twist. It's also like a cotton linen viscose blend. So I don't know, I just think I could benefit from seeing like the proper finished like crisp result. But I think literally at the minute I'm just gonna sit and knit some more in the round, because that is like the easiest thing that I can do. I just can't bring myself to do another I-cord right now, but I have been rewatching Glee from season 1. I kept seeing edits of it on TikTok, and honestly it's just like, it just spurred me on. I didn't realise it's all on Disney. I literally haven't watched it in years. I remember the first time I watched it, it was only on Now TV, and I literally got like what's the word, like a free trial. I like binge watched the entire thing in like 2 weeks. So I am thoroughly enjoying my rewatch. It's just so ridiculous. So that is what has been keeping me company while I'm knitting this top. I am like actually really concerned that I'm gonna knit this whole thing and just like hate how it turns out, but we shall see. I mean, worst case, if this starts to stress me out, I'm just gonna knit the sleeves on my blouse number 1 on the drops brushed alpaca silk version, because I just know that that's going to work out. And obviously once I finish the sleeves, then that's completely finished as well. But I'm really hoping that this works out. I mean, obviously this is now the second version of it. It's just really getting that twist to look right in the back. So I don't know, I think it should be fine. Like I think that the actual, I guess like base of the garment is fine. It is just like the little details, which I think is something that will be easy to go back and do at the end. So I don't even know if you'd be able to wear this way around. I suppose you probably could, because it's got the same short rows in the front and back. But yeah, I think once I've done this whole top yoke properly, I'm probably gonna have to mid-block just to give it a look. But yeah, anyway, this is where I've got to, and probably all I'm gonna do for tonight anyway. It's now Wednesday evening after work. I feel like I'm making kind of good progress on this, so I thought I would actually do like a proper try on, because I think it's one thing to hold it up, but like you literally can't tell because this is stuck in it. Also my eyes are so red and puffy because I think I have like eczema or something, which is new. So yeah, if that gets worse through the video, then that's what that is. But this is where I'm at. So I basically knitted down on the body today at work, like on my lunch, until I finished this ball, and then I have just picked up and knit one I-cord for the, what's it, I was gonna say sleeve, but it's like the armhole border. So this side isn't done, so you can see it's still kind of curling in. I am glad that I didn't go any smaller on the neckline, because in hindsight this is the limit to get it over my head. I think because like where the I-cord isn't stretchy, you do have to have it big enough that it doesn't need to stretch to go over your head. So yeah, like I said in the last clip, it's gonna need a block, but let me show you the back. So obviously I have got a top on, so it's not the best, but this is how the back is looking. So I feel like it's hard to talk when I'm the other way around, so just, this is what it looks like. I am still considering that I'm going to go back and fiddle with the like twist of it, because it's not quite like exactly the way that I envisioned, but I think I'm just going to do like the other armhole and then just keep going on the body. So yeah, like I said, this is literally just like the end of this ball of yarn. I don't know whether I'm going to do bust shaping yet or not. I think I have intended to. God, this makes the girls look really big. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to knit like in the round flat until probably I get, sorry, there's so much shit on my floor, until I get to like here, and then I think I'm going to do some decreases down for the waist just so that it stays tight the whole way down. I feel like it's still kind of difficult to tell with this top section how it's exactly going to turn out. It does definitely need a block for sure. It just needs some like evening out, especially here. I don't even know how we're gonna be able to see, but like where there's the short rows, there's like a little bit of like, I don't know, I guess puckering. So yeah, it's definitely gonna need a block, but I think I am just gonna do the whole thing and then block it all together at the end, because it does fit me like okay. And I'm just gonna make sure that I like don't stretch it when I block it. I'm literally gonna wash it, lay it flat, and that'll be that. So yeah, this is basically where I am at with it. Give you one more look at the back. I feel like I could make tweaks if I was to remake this, but I say this about every single thing that I make. There's always like room for improvement. But yeah, the other thing that needs blocking as well is like around some of the I-cord borders. There's like ever so slight like pulling, I guess. But I actually did go through the effort to make I did like a stockinette swatch and an I-cord swatch. So I actually have specifically lined up certain areas for the I-cord gauge, which I don't normally do. I normally just like pick it up and wing it. But the thing that I've been finding is that like obviously because I predominantly self-draft, and then people ask, like sometimes people ask for patterns, sometimes like the things that I do, I just wing it and it works out in that size, but it doesn't always translate very well, and then it causes me a lot of problems like at the other end of the process when I'm trying like grade and stuff. So I'm trying to just actually get as much information as I can as I'm going through making every single piece, so that when I actually come to write written patterns, I don't have to fiddle about like refiguring things out or trying to figure out how to translate it across sizes that it's not necessarily meant to work for, or like not meant to work for, but like sometimes when I come to grade things, it just like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just much easier to pre-plan is what I'm getting at. So yeah, obviously this needs another armhole trim, and then that's pretty much it. It's literally just going to be stockinette in the round for miles and miles. I'm probably going to leave the twist now until like the very end. I feel like if anything as well, I could probably make it a bit tighter so that it pulls in a bit more at the top. But yeah, like I said, I think that's going to be something that I tackle at the end and don't faff about with now, because I would like to get this done like kind of as quick as possible, because obviously this is the second sample, so I feel like I've been working on it for ages. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I might get some yarn in the drop sale actually, because my friend gave me a Wool Warehouse voucher, and I think I want to make a second sample of my Drops Brush Alpaca Silk cardigan, so that I can also write a pattern for that, because I want to make the body in a different size. And I also really want to try out the Drops Melody. So let me know if you've ever used those, or like if you've ever used the Drops Melody, what do you think? Is it similar to the Brushed Alpaca Silk, but it's just like a thicker gauge? I don't know. But yeah, I'm waiting. I've put myself on an email list to be notified when one of the colours is back in stock, so we shall see. But yeah, I'll chat with you tomorrow. We will see where we get to. The weather today is horrible. I got caught in the rain, so please excuse how frizzy my hair is. I'm just come back from work, but it's Thursday and I'm going to give you a really quick update because I need to plug my phone in desperately. It's about to die. I did the other eye cord for the other armhole. So this is what the front's looking like, and this is what the back's looking like. And I also weaved in the ends because I feel like it was looking really ratty with all the little like loose ends and stuff. So I weaved in a lot of them. I just weaved in the ones on the twist for now, because I don't know yet what I'm going to do with that. And I've just been going on the body. I've literally just done the first decrease round on the body, and I'm literally just going to be going in the round for ages and ages. So I'm hoping to make good progress on this tonight. It's pretty much just more of the same, and then hopefully tomorrow I can give you like a better like try on with it, because I think if I put it on it's going to look very, very similar to how I showed you yesterday, so I don't really see the point. But yeah, we're still going strong. Hopefully can finish this up this weekend. Fingers crossed, we shall see. Okay, so it's still actually Thursday, but I've been like knitting away on this, so I wanted to show you my progress, although I'm trying to get a camera angle in which you can't see the mess that my room is in right now. But anyway, this is where I've got to. So like I said, I did the other eye cord. I don't really know how good this angle is gonna be, but yeah, this is what it looks like currently. So obviously I still need to go for a bit of length. I've done, I'm trying to think, I think I've done 4 out of 6 decrease rounds, because I've done some waist shaping, although it still kind of is a bit baggy here. I don't know, I'm really torn because I don't really want to rip all of this out, like all of this length, to do more. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I feel like it's fitting me good like around the bust. It's got a little bit of negative ease, but not so much that it's like really being pulled apart. And I am actually really pleased with how the back's looking. Now that it's got the other eye cord and the sides are sitting flat, I feel like, you know, this is really the main event. I'm also hoping that when I block it, that like, I don't even know if you're gonna really be able to tell what I mean, but I feel like this is quite like, it's like a line, and then the flat bit, I'm hoping that when I block it, this will kind of almost curve out a bit more naturally. I don't know, but yeah, like I said, I think before, I actually probably couldn't have gone any smaller on the neckline, because where this back bit is just eye cord, it like does not stretch. So this goes over my head, but it literally couldn't have been any smaller. And I think that changing it to this like rounder like crew neck was probably a good move instead of the boat neck, just because of the back detail. I think that this wouldn't have worked so well as a boat neck. The back opening would have had to have been like much wider to like kind of accommodate, if that makes sense, because it's very similar, like the hole on the back, to like the width of the neckline. Also, like, I've updated this video so many times just looking like really rough. It's hair wash day in the morning. Okay, And I feel like this angle is maybe not the most flattering on me, but anyway, yeah, I'm basically at this point just conflicted. Like, do I rip back and do more waist shaping? I feel like the answer is going to be no. I really don't want to rip this all out. So yeah, like I said, I have got some more rows of waist shaping to go anyway. So worst case, maybe I'll just do a few more. I also feel like it's hard to tell because I've just got it on these like barber cords, so I feel like the stitches are like maybe flaring a little bit, but then I don't know because I don't want it to sit like this on me. But yeah, I don't know. This is where we're at. So I'm actually not going to update again because this is like a bit embarrassing to put me on the internet like this. So I'll chat to you tomorrow. So it's now Friday morning. I realised this might actually be like the only clip so far that's been in actual daylight. So yeah, sorry about that. I actually knit quite a lot of this last night. Obviously I showed you where I tried it on. So I basically, instead of frogging back, I just started decreasing at a quicker rate. So I think I was doing like every 7 rounds and now I'm doing every 4. And I tried it on this morning before I got in the shower and it does seem to be working. It's not like super snug, but I just don't like it when tops look like frumpy on me. I kind of wish that I had put in waist shaping on the what's it called, the Soul Top by Rose Knitwear, because I was trying this on and I was like, I'm in an RM. And then I tried that one back on and I realised that actually that one's got the same problem because it's just knit straight. Like, basically, if you have boobs, like, it's going to look frumpy underneath your boobs, essentially. So, yeah, I have done some waist shaping. I do think I could have got away with starting it, like, I don't know if I would have said starting it higher up, but I definitely probably could have decreased at a faster rate, like the whole way down. I don't even know. Yeah, you can kind of see here where the waist shaping is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another 2 rounds of decreases, which is probably about another 8 rounds in total, because I do kind of want this to sit more cropped on me because I always wear high-waisted bottoms and I feel like sometimes knit tops can look frumpy if they overlap your trousers as well. I don't know, but yeah, I think I'm going to do another like literally 8 rounds or so and then reassess for length. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do for the bottom hem. I might do like a folded under and then like cast it off, like just stockinette sort of edge, just to help with the rolling, because that is one thing that annoys me about the Soul Top. I mean, I haven't worn it out yet, but just like trying it on, I just feel like that is going to be a bit annoying to wear. But yeah, I don't know, this is how it's looking so far. I have definitely in places as well like missed a certain strand of this yarn. So like, can you see? I don't even know if you can see it. Like here, this yarn is quite like splitty. I think because the way that it is kind of wound up is essentially where it's got the 3 different fibers, they are literally just like intertwined around each other. Let me show you the actual. So this is what like the yarn looks like. This one has been a bit unraveled, to be fair, but even still you can kind of see like all of the individual strands of like the different fibers, and they're ever so slightly different in colour and texture, but I think at times I've probably just missed like one tiny little strand, but I think it just, I don't know, it bothers me. It looks like snags. It's not happened like loads. Once I've blocked it, I'll just go in with like a mini crochet hook and like pull them all through to the back, but I have just noticed like a couple, which is kind of annoying, but I feel like I'm being really nitpicky now. I don't know. So like basically this afternoon I'm going to my boyfriend's, so I'm hoping like maybe if I can finish this off this morning we could wash and block it. Although the only thing is I'm still not sure on this back twist. I don't know, I think it looks okay. It's just, I don't know what it is that's throwing me off about it. Like, I really can't tell what I don't like, because this is literally exactly as I envisioned it. So yeah, I don't know. I think if I was to write a pattern for this, which I don't know, because the thing is obviously if I was to write a pattern for this, it would literally have to go into testing like straight away for it to still come out like somewhere seasonally appropriate this year, because I'd want to give like an 8-week test. But I also think I might want to potentially change it ever so slightly, make some more modifications, and I really just don't want to knit a second one right now. So I don't know, I am conflicted. I think I'm going to wait until after I've washed and blocked it to see how it turns out, and then I don't know, maybe this could be like sort of in the bank for next year. See, it really, like on camera it really doesn't look that bad from like a distance. I think it is because I've just been looking at this up close like for so long now. I'm really hoping as well with the blocking that, like, I don't know if you can really tell with this I-cord, I just want everything to flatten out a little bit more. I'm still going on the frogged one, like basically this is the first one that I started making. I didn't even unravel it, I've literally just tied the yarn onto the end of the one that I'm currently knitting on and just pulling from that. So I've literally got this much left and then I'll be on to the next ball. I want to say that this is only four balls of yarn so far, which is like just under 500 meters. So I think I probably will have to crack into a 5th ball just so that I've got enough to do the fold back bind off that I want to do. I think I'm going to do it like that anyway, but yeah, I'm going to get knitting. I need to put it back on the needles anyway, and then yeah, I'll probably show you like before I leave this afternoon. I think I've had a bit of a brain wave, so this is where I'm at. Obviously I did show you this last night anyway, but I've just done the amount of, I've just done, how do I say this, basically I've done the amount of decrease that I was originally anticipating doing. I don't know why that was such a mouthful, but this is like the length of it. So what I'm thinking now is, instead of doing any more decreases, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch down to, this is on a 3.5, I'm going to switch down to a 3, do some rounds, and then like do a couple of rounds that will be like the width of the border, do the same amount again, fold it up and then cast off, so that this bottom bit is essentially in like a smaller needle size. I'm hoping that by doing that it's not going to like flare as much. After having said to you about I don't know whether I'm going to knit a second sample, I actually might. I need to check. So when I did my like spring summer plans video, I bought this yarn, I bought the same yarn in white, which I don't want to use because I've got actually that set aside for a certain other project. But I did also get some black, which was like a cotton bamboo, which is like really, really soft, and I was gonna make like a halter neck top, but I'm thinking if I can match gauge, I might honestly make it like a second sample of this, just because there are just like a few things that I think I could improve on, and these don't take me very long, especially because like every time I've remade this sample it's gotten smaller. So like the first one was like too wide, this one fits me, like it's fitted but it's not snug. Like I think there is some like a bit of negative ease around my bust, but I was too scared to go like smaller and smaller because all I kept thinking was like I didn't want it to be like absolutely kind of gaping open, but actually like even if it was, you literally can't see through. So I'm thinking if I was to grade this, I could make myself a smaller version in the black, and then hopefully if I did it again we could re-experiment with the twist at the back. So yeah, I don't know, I just feel like this could be just like a size or maybe even 2 down. Like, I think that the general gist of it is fine. I don't think it needs changing as in like the design. I think it is just like, this would probably work for a slightly bigger size and then you'd get more negativities everywhere. But I do need to make sure that I wash it and block it before I make any decisions. I also feel like I would probably keep this neckline the same width, but I might just move it up by like a few rows so that it's kind of like, I don't know, just sits a little bit higher. I think that is one thing that is throwing me off, because I normally like a really tight kind of neckline. But yeah, that is what I'm thinking. So I'm hopefully going to do the bottom bind off now. Yeah, I don't know why I said that so weird. Okay, so here's another quick update before I go out. So I just cast off the bottom because I was actually thinking I could do like an I-cord. I think I definitely should have done some more waist shaping. So like here, I feel like I could probably take a good like 2 inches out of either side. I think I am actually leaning towards making a second sample of this in the black. What I might do is make up, like knit the second sample and then potentially go back and rip this out and redo it how I do that one, so that they both match in the body. But lengthwise I think it's fine. I might even experiment with some bust shaping on the next one, but I'm not 100% sure yet because I feel like I need a bit of a break from this, honestly. We're just meant to be having like a movie day kind of thing today, so I'm not sure. I might take this with me, which is my second blouse number 1, because all I have to do is just knit on the sleeves. But also I don't know if I really want to work on this right now either. The problem is that so we've started this show called Dark and we've literally only watched 1 episode. Ryan's seen it before but I haven't. But the problem is it's in German, so I don't really know how much I'm going to be able to knit while we're watching. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet. I also need to figure out how to like readjust some of these stitches, because I've got this ladder happening at the back. It seems to be getting better the more that I kind of like fiddle with it, so I think that this just probably needs like a bit of kind of manipulating. So I don't know, I might take this, I'm not sure yet. I'll probably chat to you tomorrow though, because yeah, gonna be busy. This is how it's turning out. I feel like we are getting there, but it's just not 100% perfect yet. It's now Saturday. Truthfully, didn't knit anything yesterday. I think I did say the show that we've started watching is called Dark and it's in German and it was just not happening. But I kind of unfortunately have a yarn haul for you. So I have meant to have been on a yarn ban from like the beginning of the year as well, and it's not gone super well. Bought some yarn in Devon, which was kind of like souvenir yarn, and then my friend gifted me a Wool Warehouse voucher and the yarns just arrived, so I thought I would show you. The way that I justify it to myself is that if I write patterns for them then it feels worth it. But anyway, so Drops is currently having a sale on the brushed alpaca silk and also the Drops Melody, and I kind of wanted to try the Drops Melody, but I decided, well, you'll see, I decided not to get any. But I did get some more of the brushed alpaca silk and I'll tell you why. So if you caught the last podcast, which would have been end of May, you'll have seen I finally finished this cardigan. It's like kind of like a tight fit cardigan. It's got like a I-cord tie up in the front. It's got like a deep V, and I have had a couple requests for a pattern for it, and so I got some more yarn to make a second sample. Sorry, I just had to adjust my headband because it was annoying me. So yeah, this sample is fine, but I just want to make an ever so slight adjustment to the, well, I feel like it's like the green top I've been making in this video. There's nothing wrong with it. I just think I needed to make a different size for the body. Like the sleeves fit me perfect, but I don't even think it's that much of a problem. I think I did just over block it a little bit. And so yeah, I just want to make a second sample. And when I made this one, the original design was going to have kind of like ruffles along the bottom and along the V, and so I'm thinking on the second sample I will actually do that. So the color's quite different. This is going to be the color that I make the second sample in, which is so stunning. So this color is Rainforest Dew, and this color isn't going to have a name on it, it's going to have a number, which is color 23. I think it's like it begins with like a B, like Bordeaux or something. But yeah, I think this is so stunning. I feel like it's going to give it quite a different look as well because the color is so drastically different. So I am hoping to get this sort of size graded, and then from that I can make the second sample. That's generally what I do when I make second samples of things, is like I'll write up the grading from the first sample and then I'll make myself another size and like kind of re-follow my own instructions to see if it makes sense to me again. Yeah, I don't know if that's the way everyone else does it, but that's the way that I like to do it. And I feel like these kind of cardigans are more like dressy, almost like going out cardigans, which I don't really have a lot of, so I don't mind having another one in the wardrobe. But yeah, this is going to be for a second sample of that. Then also got some more brushed alpaca silk, which is just in the grey. So this is in colour 3, and I got some drops flora. This isn't on sale at the minute. In the colour 4, which I think is like the mid grey, I want to say. It's definitely not the dark grey, but I want to hold these two together and basically make like a tighter button-up cardigan. And I kind of want to do something fun, maybe on the cuffs, like maybe some like button-ups or something. I don't know, I just think that this would be quite a nice color combination. And my other grey cardigan that I made is actually in the dark grey in the flora, and I feel like I reach for that so often because it's such an easy kind of like thing to wear. I'm not really someone that's like super into neutrals, but like blacks and darker greys I feel like I don't mind so much. I also find that I quite like a kind of textured grey like this. I feel like some lighter greys look really flat and I feel like they wash me out, but things like this I think don't look too bad. So yeah, gonna hold these together for a cardigan. And the next one, this was the expensive project, I'm not gonna lie. So these two yarns are both new to me yarns. I haven't used them before, so let me show you. So we have got another drops yarn, which is probably not the most fun thing in the world. This is the Drops Soft Tweed, and I think that the colour is Onyx, but it's colour 9. It's just basically like the black. I might have been wrong about the colour name actually, but whatever it is, it's essentially the kind of like blackest colour. So they're not like, I don't even know, I was looking at Ravelry pictures. They're not the most tweediest tweeds, but they do have a bit of like texture variation, and I picked this as something to hold with this. This is the star of the show really. So this is the Baram U yarn, and it is in the Donegal Twists DK. This colorway is called like Fairy something. Oh, it is literally just called Fairy. So if I hold it closer, you can see it's like these two kind of strands twisted together. So this has got like a white, and then it's like this, I guess like lilac-y kind of pink, but it's almost like it's tweedy as well because there's these little flecks of like the green, there's some darker purple, there's some like very peachy kind of pinks in it, little bits of yellow. Yeah, it's really pretty. Quite different as well to all the other colorways that I saw on this base. And I think that this is actually quite new because there's literally not even a page for it on Ravelry. So I was really taking a risk, but I think it's super beautiful. So when I first looked at it, I was like, oh my God, I really love that. I'd really love something striped. And they had a black as well, but these are like, I think they're about £18 a hank. And I mean, it just would have been quite an expensive project because these are like, I think they're 270 odd meters, and basically I would have had to have gotten 3 of both and I would have ended up with a load of leftover. So I wanted to look for another black to hold it with that was cheaper, and that basically it was going to be ever so slightly more black than it is purple. Like the trims and stuff I'm probably going to do in black because this is only like £4 a ball, and these are like 130 meters. Yeah, so pretty much this, for the same amount of meterage, this is half the price, because if you got, these are 100 grams, so 100 grams for like £18, or like 100 grams for £8. So yes, something ridiculous like that. The numbers might be slightly off, I might be slightly wrong on the price, but anyway, I thought if I went for this, it'll work out cheaper. I haven't used this before, I was intrigued by it, and yeah, this is going to be like a striped cardigan. I want it to be quite a bit more like tight fitted, not like super tight, but kind of with like a big rib on the bottom. And yeah, I don't know, I have like a zip up, like a cropped zip up hoodie that is like very kind of spot on the type of fit that I want. So when I get around to making it, I guess I'll show you guys that as well. But I'm hoping that this weekend I can maybe swatch up some things, because I have acquired quite a lot of yarn and I feel like my head is just like bursting with all of the different ideas that I have for the things that I want to make. And I find that sometimes I just like, I'll bulk make swatches so that when I finish a project, I'm not waiting around to start the next one. I can just pick a swatch, make the project, and I feel like it kind of helps me like scratch that itch of wanting to cast on something and wanting to use all these different yarns. If I just like make a swatch, it's like, okay, it's like out of the way now. But yeah, I'm also hoping this weekend maybe get started grading on this, because the quicker that I do that, the quicker I can get started in the second sample and the quicker it can go into test. In terms of the green top, what I'm thinking is that I'm not going to touch it again today, because I think I just need like a little bit of space from it. What I think that I will probably do is, in the black that I was saying about, I think I am gonna make a second sample. I think that the problem with the one that I've got at the minute, having tried it on again this morning, is actually that I did the bind off on the body too tight, because what I did is I went down from a 3.5 to a 3, and it just basically means that like the kind of like the width of it kind of like comes in weirdly at the bottom. So I think I'm gonna leave it, do the second sample with more waist decreases that I was saying about, and then probably come back to the green one afterwards and alter it. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. I'm gonna leave that one as it is and then do the second sample and then come back to that one, because I don't want to rip it all out and then redo it and then it still not be right and then have to rip it out and do it again. And then the other thing is, obviously I do want to get maybe some grading done on this cardigan this weekend, and yeah, just a load of swatches. So I'll show you if any of those things happen, I guess. But today I don't know, we will see. The weather is like so gross now. I'm so glad to be indoors. I was meant to be camping tonight. It is raining. I'm so glad that I'm not. But after I updated you last, I actually made this bag to put all of my like knitting needles and stuff in. I don't know whether this video is going to go up before this. I filmed a separate video for basically making this and stuff. I don't know which one's going to go up first. So this could be next week, or this could have been last week's video. But yeah, so I've been sewing that and I've just eaten dinner. It's Saturday night, living it big as per usual, and I have decided that I'm literally just going to sit here and swatch just loads of different yarns. I think I said this before, I basically go through, like, I don't know, every now and then I'll like bulk swatch a load of yarns, because I only buy yarns for projects. And the thing is because I self-draft a lot of my projects, like, I already know what I want these things to look like. The only reason I haven't used them yet is because I just literally don't have enough time to keep up with the amount that I want to knit. So I thought I could quickly show you some of the yarns because they're quite cool. So I mean, firstly, everything in this bag that got delivered, I'm not going to go through that again because you've already seen it. This is the Suniscan Mandarin Petit. I'm going to be swatching some crochet with this. And then other knitting project wise, this I want to do a cable knit with. This I just need a stockinette gauge. This I also need a stockinette gauge. And I think I'm also going to do this in stockinette. Whoop. Also going to do this in stockinette as well for like a top. So I have in front of me my yarn winder firstly, and also a load of stitch books. So these two are crochet, and then also I have this one of knit stitches, and this one which is all cables, and then lastly, which is the heavy one, I have this one. So obviously some of them are just going to be stockinette anyway, but I just like to find the perfect gauge for me and just make sure that I'm on track with like what the actual recommended needle size is, especially because like these are quite like nice expensive yarns. So this is the Isaiah Aran Tweed in Confetti, and this is Noro Hanwi cotton. I don't know what colourway this is. Colourway 318. It's like brown with like blue and pink twisted through it. So yeah, they're quite like expensive yarns, so I want to make sure that my gauge is all correct before I start designing. So I'm literally going to sit here, I'm going to put on some YouTube because I got some videos to catch up on, and I'm just gonna have a really nice chill rainy evening apparently. You wouldn't think that we're in June, but yeah, I'll probably like show you the swatches once I've done them all, whether that's tonight or whether that's tomorrow morning, I'm not sure yet, and then we'll probably round up the video after that. So it is day. I pretty much spent the whole night last night swatching gauge swatches, and I actually haven't even finished yet, but I think I am going to stop. So let me show you what they look like before we close off the video, because I feel like I do owe you. So this first one, this is what the Isaiah Aran Tweed looks like. When I first saw this yarn online, I thought it was going to be a darker grey. I did buy this in person, so I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I don't know why every time I see it, it re-surprises me that it's a lighter grey, and I don't know why, because I've literally had this in stash for so long. But yeah, this is what this one looks like. This one is the Noro yarn. So this one isn't like a self-striping or anything, it is just kind of like randomly speckled. This one feels quite nice. It's a cotton and wool blend. I would say this one's more of like a woollier kind of feel, but it's not itchy. But yeah, I really like the look and feel of that one. I did two swatches with the Flora and Brushed Alpaca, because I did one, I think it must have been this one. This was on like a 6mm, and then I wanted to try it out with a smaller, like a tighter gauge. So this one's on a 5. They don't really look any different, but this one definitely, like, you can kind of see it's just tighter. So I think I'll probably end up going with this one, to be honest. This one, I'm really conflicted. If anyone's made it this far in the video, please tell me what side you prefer. So I did the stripes, which are just 2 row stripes. So this is kind of how big they would be on the body. So obviously this is the front. So this was the what's it called, drops soft tweed, and the Baramu, I don't even know how you say that, but yeah, anyway, this is 2 rose stripes of both colours. But I actually do quite like the back, so like, I don't know, I feel like this could make quite a cool cardigan, but then, or it could be like boom. I'm undecided, but I think that they look quite cool. And the one that actually has been taking me ages, I have gone through so many variations of this already, and I'm actually just going to stop because I can't make my mind up. I feel like the hardest thing about designing something with cables is actually just picking the cables. So this is I don't even know, maybe like my 8th attempt at different variations. So this is just like a knit and purl kind of stitch, and then just some different cables. But I have got another, I'm just going to take it out of the thing. I have got another quantity of yarn, which is the Hobby, it's just the Hobby like Friends wool, which I've had for ages, which I actually have already got a design planned out for, and that's cables as well, because it's remaking something that I made like a couple of years ago. So I think I need to knit that before I knit this anyway, regardless. So I think I'm just gonna make that first, and then after I do that, I'll probably come back to this and then decide what I want to do with the pink, because I really should knit that cable before I knit this cable anyway. So yeah, I think that that's pretty much everything. I was going to start swatching with the crochet and stuff, but I actually think I've just reached a point now that I like can't be bothered. So today I'm literally gonna block these swatches, and then I'm hoping I'm going to be able to work a little bit on some grading for that cardigan. And yeah, I think that's really about it. If you made it to the end, as always, thank you for watching my ramblings, and hopefully I will see you next week in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, see you later. Bye.